we're working on our next feature video, part 2 of Superpowers, but in the meantime, as you can see, I'm sitting in our makeshift toy storage area of our makeshift studio, because we're also laying down plans to finally put together a permanent studio for RetroBlasting video productions. But in the meantime, what I wanted to do was showcase this monster right here. This is actually a donation that was sent to us from Art and Robert. They're two friends of the channel, and they found out that I was prepping for a Dick Tracy video feature in the near future. And they said that they wanted to donate some stuff because they love Dick Tracy and they really wanted to contribute to a RetroBlasting feature. And they sent me this bin, and I wanted to open it right now in front of you guys. Just an amazing amount of stuff. I don't know if you guys remember the summer of 1990. A lot of you probably do. For those of you that don't or weren't there, the summer of 1990 was all Dick Tracy. Like, it was yellow everywhere. It was trying to compete with the Batman summer the previous year, 1989. And you had to be there. You had to be there to experience it. The movie Dick Tracy is almost a love-hate thing. You either love it or you hate it. I happen to be in the camp that really appreciates the movie. So why don't we open this box? Before I forget, before we open this box, I do want to mention one thing. A lot of people have been asking about how you can support, how they can support RetroBlasting, support our channel. We really appreciate that kind of generosity and the request and that support. The best thing you can do right now if you wanted to support our channel is obviously share the videos when you can, if you like them. Share them with people that have similar interests. Share them on message boards or blogs that you're part of it, if they're relevant to the discussion. The other thing you can do is, I know this sounds odd, but if an ad plays before a video, just if you have an extra minute, you don't have to watch the ad or click on the ad, but just let the ad play out, because that will actually help us with our internal revenue through YouTube, which helps us make more videos. So if you have an extra 90 seconds and the ad happens to pop up, just thumb through a magazine or something, or look at another window and let it play until the video starts. That's a great way to help us. And then a lot of people have been asking about t-shirts. Where can I get a RetroBlasting t-shirt? Kind of like the ones I've worn in a number of our videos. Redbubble is the link that you want, and it's going to be in the notes below. We have some great artwork on the t-shirts that we've had custom done. They're great. And then we have the classic t-shirt that I've been wearing in a number of the videos as well. So that's how you can support the channel and also get something in return. So now that I've said all that, let's get to this box. I see blonde hair. That is Breathless Mahoney, one of the Applause dolls from Applause. Had a massive line of dolls that you could find in many airport gift shops in the early 90s. And they had to have doll stands because, not to get inappropriate with Madonna here, but the legs were not plastic like a Barbie. The legs were actually plush. So you needed a doll stand to have these stand up. This is actually one of the taller versions. They had shorter versions as well that had more characters in it. So that's Breathless Mahoney. Ertl Micro Machine competitors. Micro Machines, as you know, were really big in the mid to late 80s, and Ertl was still around, and I guess Ertl decided they wanted to compete in that market, so they had micro Dick Tracy cars. These are still mint on the card, and you can see the multiple clearance stickers on them. Dick Tracy, unfortunately, wasn't something where all the merchandise was carefully thought out, and so Dick Tracy had sort of a merchandising overload, similar to episode 1 back in 1999, and the market just couldn't absorb all of it. So a lot of this stuff ended up on clearance racks, which is unfortunate. This is the Playmates Toys Dick Tracy radio watch. These were also on clearance racks all over the place through the mid-90s, I think. I think I saw them in KB toy stores as late as 1994, 95. And the funny thing about this watch is that if you look at the Dick Tracy watch that Warren Beatty wears in the movie, you'll notice that the the actual face of the watch with the hands is in this shape, and then the speaker is the more oblong shape. So if you turn this over, this is actually a more accurate watch. If you could take the buttons and move them to the other side, that would be a more accurate Dick Tracy watch, and then obviously change the band to black leather. Anyway, just a little tip for you. Holy cow. This is an almost perfect condition Dick Tracy figure case. They made these, this company that made these, they had cornered the market, manufactured by Terra Toy Corporation. They made these for Masters of the Universe. They made these for G.I. Joe. I mean, you name the toy line, somehow they cornered the market on making a figure case for them with the little, lunchbox latch on the side. This is awesome. They did one for Batman the Animated Series, which you saw in our Batman unboxing. I don't know if you can see this, but look at that. Now the Dick Tracy toys, much like the movie itself, you're either nostalgic for them because they were from Playmates toys right around the heyday of Ninja Turtles, or you hate them. Playmates hadn't figured out yet not to make Ninja Turtles looking toys for everything else. As you know, with Star Trek The Next Generation, they decided to finally make them more human. But this was 1990. They hadn't gone that far yet, and so they were making human characters look like stylized Ninja Turtle creepazoids. Here is the Applause Dick Tracy that goes with Breathless Mahoney. This is the taller scale Applause doll. And like Breathless, you can see that he's got the floppy legs, so can't stand up. But we've got doll stands. We'll be able to put him on display. This is a puzzle. A Golden puzzle. Golden was, a prolific puzzle maker and a children's book company back in the day. I know that I think they've been absorbed by somebody else, and now their brand is still around, being made by some other publisher. But this is a 200-piece puzzle, and I'm sure, yep, this isn't the only one. This is a Dick Tracy logo puzzle from another company. You had multiple this is University Games. Here's another Golden puzzle. I mean, they just, the sheer amount of Dick Tracy memorabilia just, it blows the mind. Look at this. Dick Tracy, the board game by University Games. Says, play the Dick Tracy game, join America's most popular detective in a last-ditch attempt to round up the colorful cast of villains and save the city. I don't think this thing's ever been played with. And if it has, it's been a long time and it was only played with once or twice. This is a Dick Tracy, I guess it's a tea towel? Or a handkerchief? That's what I love about it. Even though Dick Tracy's is 1990, it was being made in 1989. And so the merchandising philosophy was still very much of the 80s. And that's why you have all of these varied products for Dick Tracy. Like, look at this. This is a painter's cap. A Dick Tracy painter's cap. Do you remember it was like you weren't a legit franchise unless you had a painter's cap with your product emblazoned on it. Somewhere in this room I have my original childhood Transformers Decepticons themed painter's cap. That's awesome. I mean, it won't fit me, but it's awesome. The official Dick Tracy yo-yo. Spaceballs the flamethrower. I mean, that's how insane Dick Tracy's merchandising was. And on the back, it might be hard to see, but on the back they advertise all their other branded yo-yos. They've got Ghostbusters, and they've got Batman, and what else do they have here? Donald Duck, G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles. So Spectra Star had the market cornered in the 80s on the officially licensed yo-yo. Dick Tracy cassettes. These must be for read-along books. Big Boy Turns Up the Heat. Everything Comes Up Blank. Oh, wow, look at this. A fully packaged original Playmates wristwatch. And you can see the price stickers on it as it keeps getting clearanced. The final price was $1.98. 3 copies of Giant Sticker Fun, Dick Tracy, with the same edition. Collector cards on the back. Giant sticker. Oh, okay. You guys remember this? The Panini sticker sets where you would have to buy the packages of stickers and then hope that you get the right ones, and then you would put them in the sticker book. This actually comes with the stickers. Normally, the way Panini worked is you would buy random assortments of stickers and then put them in the book. But this one actually comes with the stickers that you just peel out of the middle, and then you put them in the appropriate places on this poster, which is a little different from the more traditional Panini sticker set. I have the Voltron Panini sticker set, and it's a book that you bought, and it has all these pages with the squares cut out in them, and then you hope that you get the properly numbered stickers, and eventually you collect them all. But that's incredible. A Dick Tracy fanny pack, classy. These are the storybooks for those cassettes I was looking at. Everything comes up blank, and Big Boy turns up the heat. And I guess inside they're, illustrate. Yeah, they've got this is actually a really nice illustration in here for these. I mean, they didn't cut any corners with the Dick Tracy merchandising. I mean, it was class A all the way. And then we have 2 golden storybooks that look like they utilize. Oh no, they're fully drawn inside too. On the Trail of the Blank, which has fully drawn illustrations inside, not photos from the film. And then we have another one called In Hot Water. I guess these are these are recreating moments from the film in illustration, which we're all familiar with from the earlier part of our childhood in the 70s and 80s. They would do that. Oh, this is cool. Dick Tracy Viewmaster discs. One day I need to do a video just on Viewmaster stuff, but that's like a whole nother set of collectibles, a rabbit hole I'm going to have to go down. But I would love to do just Viewmaster content, because I know that they say there's been sort of a renaissance, like a niche renaissance in Viewmaster stuff, but with smartphones and the technology we have now, this has almost become kind of a curio relic than anything else. But I think Viewmaster, images and slides are so cool. Oh, here's a Dick Tracy themed joke. The rodent says, "What do you call a hamburger bun in a rocking chair?" And Shoulders replies, "Rock and roll." Remember spending hours and hours trying to get the watercolors to not completely run, and then all the pages just end up being a mess? Yeah, good times. Good times with watercolors. Coloring book. This is the Dick Tracy official coloring book. Looks like it's been completely unused. Yeah. Pristine pages. I've never understood the distinction between these modern adult coloring books. They say they're coloring books for adults. Not that they have, pornography or anything in them, but they're formatted for adults. It's like, what's the difference? It's like, oh, so it's a kid's coloring book because you're coloring a superhero instead of, a tree? Like, if you're going to color a tree, you might as well just paint a tree. Like, watch some Bob Ross and just paint a tree. I've never understood the difference. It's like coloring books are coloring books, right? Or do they say they're adult format coloring books now because kids don't buy them, so they have to put adult on them to get them to sell? Dick Tracy durable vinyl decals for bikes and trikes. So if you wanted to deco your BMX with some stickers and you wanted it to be Dick Tracy, they had that ready for you. Looks like Dick Tracy wind-up cars from Applause. I guess these are the ones. Yep. They roll across the floor. It looks like this is Dick Tracy's cop car. And then you have some gangster cars that he can chase. These probably would have been sold individually, I believe, with the dolls at curio and gift shops, or probably in a bin at the cash register aisle at Toys R Us. We have an assortment of buttons. Just Dick Tracy buttons. All the different characters. Even Tess Trueheart has her own button, which is cool. I'm blown away. Like, I can't believe the amount of stuff that Art and Robert sent us for this, but I'm definitely going to have a lot to work with when we do this in the next few months. So really, Art and Robert, thank you so much for sending us this. I'm overwhelmed by the amount of material, especially the collector's case with the action figures and the wrist watches. It's incredible. We're working on Superpowers Part 2. We'll have it out here real soon. And in the meantime, thanks for supporting our stuff, and keep watching. We'll see you on the next one.